Hello, and we're back. And today I'm going to talk about making multiple levels and putting backgrounds on your rooms. So let's hop right into it. So you see this tab right here that says backgrounds. Now, if we right click it, we can do create background. We'll call this background level 1. We'll go to edit background, file, open, and we'll select this one that says level 1 background. We'll check it and press OK. Now in our room that says room test, we're going to rename it to room level 1. And we're going to select a background. Right here it says no background. We'll select this document icon and select background level 1. That looks good. Alright, so after clicking the check mark, let's play and see how it looks. Alright, so that looks really good. So now we're going to talk about making multiple levels. So when it comes to making different rooms and levels, you're going to have to make a way for you to transition in between each room. What we're going to do is make a portal that spawns after about 2 minutes. So we're going to start off by creating the sprite. We're going to call this sprite spawn portal. We're going to create from file. Press OK, and we're going to make another sprite called sprite portal. Create from file again. Press OK. So for each of these sprites, we're also going to create an object. So we'll go to create object, call it object spawn portal. We'll select the sprite spawn portal, press OK, and we'll also make the object portal. And make sure to select the correct sprite. We're going to add a collision event with our player. And down here in the main 1 tab, there's this thing that says next room. We'll drag it into the actions. Now transition, you can choose any transition you want, but just for simplicity's sake, we're just going to put no effect. But you can put fade or whatever you want. We'll press OK. Now in order to make it spawn, we're going to have to start off by linking a bunch of objects together. So at the end of our spawn portal, we're going to add event other animation end. Now animation end is pretty self-explanatory. It means at the end of the animation, these actions will occur. In the main 1 tab, you'll see change instance. We'll drag into the actions, and this will allow you to chain objects together. It means that an object will change into a different object. This is quite possibly one of the most important parts of GameMaker, and it's something you should get used to. So we'll change object spawn portal into object portal and press OK. Alright, so we're going to link our objects even further, and we're going to make a sleeping portal. And what that means is basically it's going to be where the portal is, but it's going to not be active. And I'll try to explain this to you best I can. So we're going to create an object. We're just going to call this object portal sleep. We're going to add an event. We'll add a create event. Here in the main 2 tab, there's this thing called timing. And here is the set alarm action. Now, alarms set a timer on your objects where basically after a certain amount of time it'll trigger the actions. This is also a very important part of GameMaker, and you should get used to doing this. It can let an object repeat an event over and over again after a given amount of time. And if you can get used to using alarms, it'll make GameMaker really easy for you. So here in number of steps, basically 30 steps is 1 second. So if we want the portal to spawn 2 minutes after entering the room, then we're going to have 120 seconds, 120 times 30, 3600. So we set alarm 0 to 3600. We'll add event, alarm 0, and these are the actions that'll trigger. So we'll do change into object spawn portal, press OK, and we'll press OK. We'll place that in our room. And just for video's sake, I'll set it to a shorter time just to show you what happens. And our portal is there. Alright, so we have our portal, and it'll spawn after 2 minutes of being in the room. Right now our object player can only move up and down, so we're going to let him move left and right now. So we'll go to keyboard, left, and do the same things we did for up and down, but just in the other directions. And make sure you add the key release events. Now all these key release events are actually the same, so we can actually duplicate them. So if you right click the event, put duplicate, you can do key release left and right. So our object player can move left and right now. So since we can get to a level 2, let's go make a level 2. So we'll go to create room. We'll call this room level 2. Set our object player into it. Put our another object portal sleep. And we're going to add another background. We're going to add the level 2 background. So we'll create background, call it background level 2, and load it from our level 2 background. Press OK, and do the same thing you did with room level 1. So let's test that out. So our guy can move left and right, up and down, and let's go into the portal and see if we can get to level 2. And we're in level 2 now, hooray!